National Telecommunications Unit stated that last year there would be more in-use cell phones than there were people in the world. As the usage of smartphones gets bigger and more advanced, so there's the world's fascination for them. Counseling centers like the one behind me also serve as a way to help those with psychiatric issues. With the proper counseling, people are able to find more positive outlets for their mental illness. A report shown by Americans for the Arts shows that programs such as the Capitol Hill Arts Workshop can improve a child's language development, decision-making, and academic performance. 8 athletes, including former Howard University linebacker Keith Pugh, were selected for the 2013 NFL Draft. Of those 8, 6 were selected to play on NFL teams including the Dallas Cowboys, Detroit Lions, and the Atlanta Falcons. As the 2014 draft approaches, HBCUs can only expect an even bigger turnout for their athletes. From Washington, D.C., BJ2 News, SARYN Francis.
Arts education and arts in general improve every aspect of people, educationally and as a human being.
When Washington, D.C. native Forrest Penrod was growing up, he did not have many art education programs at his school. He turned to programs such as the Sitar Art Center as an outlet for his creative freedom. Forrest, like many other kids in the D.C. area and across the country, depended on art programs as a way to express himself. Enterprises such as the D.C. Arts and Humanities Education Collaborative have taken the initiative to promote after-school art programs in less fortunate communities.
Work that we do through the collaborative and through all of our members, 85 and growing, to make sure that 30,000 kids in D.C. public and charter schools are afforded that art experience.
According to the Department of Education, students who are involved in after-school art programs have a dropout rate as low as 4%.
Kids discover that they're good and gifted at something that they've never been acknowledged for at school, and suddenly that knowledge that they have these artistic gifts kind of spills over into the other areas of their life, academics, friendships, sense of self. And then they just start to believe that there's a lot of possibility.
A report shown by Americans for the Arts shows that programs such as the Capitol Hill Arts Workshop can improve a child's language development, decision-making, and academic performance.
These are the kinds of traits that business leaders, that legislative leaders, that community leaders need in the 21st century workforce. In fact, we know that creativity is in the top 3 traits that business people, owners, and CEOs are looking for, and yet they don't think that people are learning how to think creatively anymore. That's what the arts provide.
For News Vision, SARYN Francis, Washington, D.C.
We tell them about the life after football. We tell them about past athletes that came through the program, like myself, Ron Bartell, Jay Walker, guys that came through here and still made it to the NFL. So it can be done.
Former Howard University athlete Malcolm Crawford feels that more university attention to the athletic department will increase a player's chance to be considered for the draft.
They need a stronger, well-tied, marketing and PR program going on because they don't really take advantage of the fact that they're HBCU teams and there's such a niche market.
In 2012, South Carolina State safety Christian Thompson was the only player from an HBCU to be drafted. He entered the Baltimore Ravens as a 4th-round pick. The other 24 players from HBCUs were taken as undrafted free agents. However, in 2013, showed a better turnout. 8 athletes, including former Howard University linebacker Keith Pugh, were selected for the 2013 NFL Draft. Of those 8, 6 were selected to play on NFL teams including the Dallas Cowboys, Detroit Lions, and the Atlanta Falcons. As the 2014 draft approaches, HBCUs can only expect an even bigger turnout for their athletes. From Washington, D.C., BJ2 News, SARYN Francis.